Good day, class.
Good day, ma'am.
Okay. So, how are you today?
Good, ma'am.
Okay, that's good to hear. Now, please go to your proper seat and pick up all the pieces of paper, candy wrapper, trash, and that you can see around and under your chair and table. Are you done now?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I have prepared here a different color paper for each of you. So, what I want you to do is that you need to raise the colored paper that describes how was your day or how do you feel today. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, here's the colored paper. And we have here the chart of the colors. So, you can raise your card, like the color paper. So why did you pick yellow?
I picked yellow because I feel happy today.
How about you? Why did you pick violet or purple?
I picked purple. I feel like we are going to learn a lot of things today, teacher.
Okay, that's good to hear. So maybe observe this. Um, Now I have here our classroom rules. So let's read it all together. First,
I always listen when someone is speaking.
keep
Keep your hands, feet, and things to yourself. Show respect for your classmate and teacher. Work quietly so you don't disturb others. Clean up after yourself.
Okay, very good. So may we observe the following classroom rules as we go through our discussion. So, but before we formally start our discussion for today, let us have first an activity. So I have here a news report. Um, I have here a news report about a grade 4 pupils that was awarded for being the best in reading. Now, I want you to recite the news report in front of the class with the appropriate gesture and expression. So, may you stand and read the news report well, that we have here.
Grade 4 pupils award best in reading. A grade 4 pupils named Isa Calego won best in reading during the annual English Skills Complete Com-
Competition.
competition held last November 18 in ABC Elementary School, Pasig City. The contest is open for grade 4 to 6 selected pupils. The advisor of the start selection section will choose one contestant which will represent
Each
each grade level. Calego had shown correct pronunciation, proper speed in reading, and good comprehension during the contest. I love reading. It is my hobby. I also practice reading after in front of the mirror and listen to my record voice, said Calego.
Okay, very good. So now I want you to take a look at the screen. Can you read what was written on the screen? Here?
Thank you card.
Okay. So have you ever made a thank you card before?
Yes,
Have you ever?
ma'am.
Okay, that's good. So what do you think when we say that when we say thank you cards or letter, or what are the words that we can connect when we hear the word thank you card?
It was colorful teacher.
Okay, what else?
It has a lot of design teacher.
Anything else?
It was beautiful teacher.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, Today, our focus will be on the story entitled Boys and Girls by Leia Basquinas. But before we begin reading the story, may we, um, may we have some um, But before we begin reading the story, I have here some unfamiliar words that we will surely encounter later on. So let's try to identify the meaning of these words first before we proceed to the reading session. So may we read what is on the screen?
Bond paper borrow in
Unique.
unique.
Okay. So So I will be using each word in a sentence, and all you need to do is to identify or give the meaning of the word based on the cues seen from the sentence. Do you understand?
Yes, mom.
Okay. Now, here is the first statement or sentence. Can you read it?
For her school project, Sarah chose to draw her project on bond paper. A, a thick block piece of paper and high quality material that made her artwork look even more special.
So, what do you think is the meaning of the word bond paper based on the sentence?
It was a thick black piece of paper and a high quality material teacher.
Okay, very good. And for our second sentence, may we read?
At, at the
Library.
library, Tim, Tim decided to borrow a book about animals so he could read it at home. So he took the book he wants and returned home.
Okay, so what do you think is the meaning of the word borrow?
I think it is about talking something teacher.
What?
I think it is about talking something teacher.
It's about taking.
Huh?
Taking hanga talking. Okay, ulitin na. So, what do you think is the meaning of borrow? Anyone?
I think it's about taking something teacher.
Okay, very good. So now for our last word, may we read the sentence?
At the art show,
Emily.
Emily displayed her unique painting which stood out because was
Devani.
the only one of its kind and unlike any other artwork.
So what do you think is the meaning of the word unique?
It it is being the only one of the kind and being different to other teachers.
Okay, very good. So you are all doing well. Now, can you read what was shown in the screen?
Do you agree with what Mr.
Mahinan.
Mahina said that each of you us are unique? Why or why not?
Okay, so we will be answering this question after reading the story. So you need to remember this. Okay? But before we proceed, can you tell me what are the important things you need to do while listening or while reading?
We should refrain for being distracted and focus on reading teacher.
Okay, very good. We should refrain from talking or um, distracting other while and focus on reading the story. So, next. Okay, now we are going to read the story. title.
Boys and Girls.
Now,
At, at school, during English class, Mr. Mahinay asked for the class to group themselves and make a thank you card as an output. All the groups were busy doing their output when Zaira saw that she was out of bond paper. So she asked Jillian for some bond paper. Jillian, do you have another bond paper? May I ask for 2 pieces, please? Asked Zaira. I think I have plenty here. Take 3 pieces, said Jillian, giving the piece of paper of to Zaira. Thank you, Jillian. You are so kind, said Zaira. Zaire, Zari,
Zari.
Zari was busy coloring the thank you card when Zaira borrowed one of her crayons. I can borrow your
Okay.
yellow. I can I borrow your yellow crayon, Zaire,
Zari.
said Zamil. Here, Zamil, said Zaire, handing
Over.
handing over the yellow crayon to Zamil. Zamil, could you help me move my hair? Said Zaira. Okay, said Zamil. Thank you, Zamil. When they were done making their thank you card, Zaira saw Zai's thank you card. Perhaps Jillian's thank you card is the most beautiful, replied Zaire. I have to
Believe.
I I believe your card is more beautiful than mine, said Zaira. I don't think so, said Jillian. I think all of our thank you cards are beautiful.
For the last speech.
Jillian is right, declared Mr. Mahia. Every, every artwork is unique, just like you little girls. You are all beautiful. You are unique from each other, said Mr. Mahia.
Okay, that's all. Now, now let's proceed to our motive question. So, our motive question. So, just like what I said in the screen, do you agree with what Mr. Mahinay said that each of us are unique? Why or why not? What is your answer?
I agree with Mr. Mahinay, said teacher, because we are special and we can make something creatively and differently.
Okay. Excellent. Now, can you tell me who are the character in the story?
The characters are Jillian, Zaire, Zamil, and Mr. Mahia teacher.
Okay, so where do you think the story take place?
In the classroom or at the school.
Okay, very good. So what do you think were they doing?
They are they were making a thank you card teacher.
Okay, so What are the materials they use based on the story you read?
In the story, they mention bond paper and color picture.
Okay, they mention color and bond paper. So, what are the children talking about, or what were the children talking about?
They were talking about their thank you card teacher.
Okay, so have you ever made a thank you card or any card or letter before? Have you
Yes,
ever?
teacher.
Okay, so have you seen someone work that is more beautiful than your work?
And who made the most beautiful?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Even that.
Oh,
Have you seen someone work that is more beautiful than your work?
yes, teacher.
Okay. Then, did you compare your work with their card or letter?
Yes, teacher.
Why? Alam, may talikod na.
Ulit.
DJ man, ano? So, have you ever made a thank you card or any card or letter before?
Yes, teacher.
So, have you seen someone work that is more beautiful than your work?
Some sometime teacher.
Yes, DJ.
Sometime.
Sometimes dating
Hmm?
Time.
Time.
Yes, sometimes. Yeah. One, two, three. Have you ever made a thank you card or any card or letter before?
Yes, teacher.
Then have you seen someone work that is more beautiful than your work?
Yes, teacher.
Then can then did you compare your work with the card or letter?
Sometime teacher.
Why?
Because their work stood out and I can't help but to compare my work.
Oh, you and okay, very good. Now, take a look at the script. So, now in the statement, it seems that Jillian thank you card is the most beautiful. What do you think the statement implies?
I implies what
I think
huh?
it seems. Wait lang, okay.
Hello?
I, ito, I think the statement implies. I think the statement,
I think the statement
implies.
implies.
Now in this now in the statement that in the statement it seems that Jillian's thank you card is the most beautiful. What do you think the statement implies?
I think the statement implies
Implies?
what she thinks and believe it in Jillian card teacher.
Okay, it's about the beliefs and what the student think of the card. So what does the um, statement so what does G wait lang. So what does the statement implies? It is a fact or her opinion? It is opinion. Opinion. So was she stating a fact or her opinion?
Opinion teacher.
So how about in the second statement? Mr. Mahinay asked the class to group themselves and make a thank you card as an output. What is it a fact or an opinion?
Opinion teacher.
Are you sure this is an opinion?
It is a fact teacher.
Okay, very good. Why do you think so?
because Mr. Mahia expressed what actually happened in the story, teacher.
Okay, very good. Now, we are going to have our group activity. So here, in our activity, all you need to do is read each sentence carefully and sort each sentence whether it is a fact or opinion in the chart. So I'll be providing you a chart and a sentence of fact, different sentence of fact and opinion. All you need to do is sort this sentence to its corresponding like this. You may now start reading. So, are you ready? Are you done now?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
are you done? So, are you done now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may I have your answer? Let's take a look if you are all correct. So, in the fact, we have Jake has two children called Sandy and Andre. So that's correct. Polar bear live in the Arctic and eat fish. That's also a fact. Michaela ate her picnic lunch at the top of the steep mountain. Okay. The windy road through the desert is over 80 miles long. Also a fact. Well, here in the opinion, we have you need mushroom for a tasty pizza. Drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth is horrible. Being a musician is the best job in the world. And lastly, fried sausage tastes best with mustard and ketchup. So you got all the answer correctly. So for our last activity today, you are going to answer this worksheet. So, all you need to do is identify the models. uh, And for our last activity, you are going to answer this worksheet. So, all you need to do is to read each sentence and write whether it is a fact or opinion to each blank space provided here. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may answer now. Are you done now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may pass your paper. That's all. Thank you. Next day. Today's the 3rd.